A lot of the names you're going to see pop up for the intro credits are people that don't actually exist, because a lot of the voice actors for this game weren't sure if it was going to be approved by the Screen Actors Guild, so they operated under a pseudonym. David Hayter is one of the real ones. He plays Solid Snake. It was eventually approved, that's why he's still good, but even in the manual, some of them have the fake names listed for the voice actors.
Huh.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bombs.
I'm gonna put out this fire that's on my chest, apparently.
Wait, so they do know that they were aware that Snake was coming?
Because they had sentries posted?
No, because they said, stay alert, he'll be here.
Right.
So they did base in Alaska absolutely knowing that Snake would come. Let's just set up in his backyard.
Well, I think it was a matter of coincidence that they just happened to have this island where they could set up a revolt, because they had the Sons of Big Boss there. It just happened to be that Snake lived in Alaska. It's more Snake was intruding via coincidence than the other way around.
And because they knew Snake was in there, they did definitely know that he was going to be here. So they stationed, like, what?
2 guards.
Take the elevator to the surface. But make
How
sure
did Campbell
nobody sees
anticipate
you.
that?
Well, if you're at the base of a cliff,
Codec.
I don't really know how else you'd get up.
Stairs? Ladder? I think ladder makes
Push the
sense.
select button.
Do they
When we need
actually
to contact
know what
you,
the inside of
Codec
the
will be
base looks like, though?
When you
They
hear
seem to
the
be,
voice
like,
of the
oddly on and off
button,
clairvoyant about
the
that.
Codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
So that's how the codec screens actually look like in the real game. Throughout the course of this LP, you're going to see the codec calls take place over top of the gameplay, which can't actually happen in the game. You'd have to pause and listen to them while you can't play. It's unfortunate because our support staff has a lot of interesting things to say, but the information is presented in the least interesting way possible.
The codec also automatically stores the frequencies of the people you've spoken to. To open the memory window, press down on the directional button at the codec.
Oh, that's
screen.
handy.
The memory window will show
Yeah,
you
they don't
the
change their
small
codec frequencies anymore,
All
so...
you have to do
But you can
is
only have
select
10 of them.
the frequency you
Right.
want.
So you gotta delete them accordingly.
Choose wisely.
If you want to
This is your
switch
top
back to the
8
normal
friends
codec
list,
mode,
really.
just
Right.
press the
It's a
select
social
or
networking
X
manager.
button.
Like Jennifer will send you rockets every Tuesday, and
Right. We've got our trusty handy binoculars, but this time we use them to zoom in on the map from far away. We can scope out items that we want to get. We also have Snake's trusty brand of cigarettes. When you have them equipped, your health is always going to constantly, very slowly dwindle.
The O2 gauge is automatically
Didn't Snake
displayed whenever
enter
you're
this
underwater.
area with, like, a respirator of some sort? He swam pretty far in the ocean.
he had to take it off so he can smoke.
Right.
The life gauge will begin to go down.
So we can even smoke underwater. We can do anything we can do above water, underwater. Just a little bit slower. It's not clear if this is the ocean or if it's a big tub of jello. I remember there was something I was supposed to do down here. In order to defeat a Foxhound soldier, you have to think like a Foxhound soldier.
All the other Foxhound soldiers just did the same thing too. Mission complete.
And that's why they send Solid Snake.
Snake, what happened?
He's the guy that can get things done.
Colonel Campbell actually sounds too legitimately concerned to be the big bad guy behind all this.
Well, he wasn't the big bad guy in the second game.
I thought they're bringing him back for the third, so that big plot twist.
Well, we've killed off every other old man, Snake. It's gotta be me, sorry. That's why I had to do this. Let's just assume that everything beforehand was a failed VR mission on the way here, because that didn't actually happen to Snake.
I swear, the plot twist of this game is it's all a VR mission.
Only in a VR mission could your hero be so incompetent that he couldn't crawl without proper advice.
Snake, crawling is an important way to get through.
Or forget to stand up.
But you won't be able to attack, so be careful. If you want want to stand up,
I think that Colonel Campbell and Naomi and the rest of the support staff were chosen for this mission because they have such patience for incompetence.
don't forget this is a covert operation. There are lots of bad guys and only one of you. If you're spotted, you'll be surrounded before you know it.
So how do you get spotted in this game?
Elevator in back.
It's
Take
not
it to the
easy.
Ground floor. Then look for the DARPA chief.
It's hard, they can't see you because they have this cloud of smoke in their face whenever they're breathing.
The pillowcase probably doesn't help either.
They're all geared up for Halloween, and then Snake had to come crash their party.
Wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
What are they saying?
He was sneezing,
Oh.
because that's why he didn't see us, because his eyes were closed when he sneezed.
Item box. It's a good idea to get close and look at it in first-person view mode. You'll be able to see what's inside.
Oh. Or like trapped ones or something?
No, but if you want to know what it is before you pick it up.
Oh.
One of the nice, unnecessary attentions to detail is that one of the soldiers in this map has a cold, and it's only in this map because he got a cold from the water.
I didn't notice which one.
He's the one that keeps sneezing.
Oh, was it? I can't tell them apart.
Really? I think they installed the klaxon on that elevator just in case somebody tried to sneak through, but they did it in opposite direction.
They'll never get out of here, but we don't mind them getting
To
in.
intrusion mode. Press up on the
Snake,
directional
make like the mice. You can see they crawl under it and go into intrusion mode, but when they pop out they can see in 3 dimensions.
I'm surprised how much detail they have on those mice.
They actually squeak.
Pay attention to the enemy's actions and make sure you're not discovered.
Those aren't the enemy's actions, Snake. Stop looking at that.
And even if you go into intrusion mode while you're being chased, the enemy's grenades will still
Homing grenades?
No, because if you crawl under any object, they won't be able to shoot you. And it would be ridiculous if they couldn't do anything about you down there.
While you're still hidden. We call that corner view mode. Use it skillfully to see the openings in your enemy's actions and avoid being spotted while advancing.
In corner view mode, you can hit the wall to make a noise by pressing the action.
Do different walls make different noises?
They do.
You're good at tricking people, aren't you?
Only beautiful women like yourself.
Snake.
I'm actually pretty incompetent at fooling anybody else, which is why I'm going to get caught in this mission several times.
Or step to the left.
Why am I not sneaking through a beauty pageant, Colonel? Maybe I wouldn't retire.
Of all the enemies I've ever seen so far,
Yes.
none are more beautiful than Liquid Snake.
Out of the shadows, you'll be easier to spot. So if you're in danger, let go of the button and get back into the shadows in a hurry, alright?
Snake, don't run over puddles. The splashing sound might alert your enemies. Be careful.
Snake, you had one thing I specifically told you not to do.
If you're spotted,
So, could you still just go on the elevator at this point?
The elevator won't work if you're in alert mode or evasion mode.
You can't just casually strip while being shot at then?
kill all the enemies that are coming after you.
Why does the Snake just steal one of these guys' uniform? I really think you can't tell who's wearing them.
He already pulled that trick in Outer Heaven, so they're privy to that.
How much more time you need to stay out of sight in order to get out of alert mode. If you can escape until the counter reaches 0, the enemies will stop attacking you and you'll enter evasion mode.
A side effect of the genome therapy is that they have incredible short-term memory loss, Snake.
So make sure you
They have 99 seconds in their memory, and once that's out, you're free and clear.
After the first 99, they can vaguely recall that they were looking for something, but they can't quite tell what.
In any case, the most important thing is not to let the enemy see you. I want you to avoid any unnecessary combat.
So we're gonna do our best not to be discovered or draw attention to ourselves. unless we're in a place where they just physically can't see us. We can make as much noise as we want, and there's nothing they can do. It was obviously some noise. Oh well. Probably in my imagination.
Is there ever a situation where you can even get caught in water?
This is like the one of 2 instances of water in this game. I'm not quite sure how that ended up here. If it rushed in from the sea, we probably don't want to eat it. Or maybe some guy was using it as bait, fishing for barrels, I don't know.
Like catching fish from a barrel. I was wondering what those were. I thought they were holes in the ground.
Oh.
I guess it's just reflecting the ceiling.
Oh, those are the puddles.
Oh, it's on the tiles, I see.
It's the puddles, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering why there were squares in it.
Mm.
You still don't have a weapon. If you get into combat, you'll have to...
They don't have very much
rely on
peripheral
your
vision, okay?
Listen up, Snake. In unarmed combat, your basic weapon is the punch. Press the action button. If you press it repeatedly, you can take your enemy out with a combo. Not only that, when you're not holding a weapon, you can do a throw move by getting close to your enemy.
My representation of Solid Snake in this playthrough is closer to Dennis the Menace than anything else. Like, Liquid Snake would be Grumpy Old Man Wilson, and we're just here to cause ruckus.
Just ruin his day. Make him give up on even going through his plans. My day's ruined. I don't want to do anything anymore.
You can take him out permanently. The choice is up to you.
When you strangle a soldier and you let go of them, it's really risky, but you can catch them again before they look at you. It's a very narrow window to do that, though.
If you grab your enemy in a chokehold, you'll be able to drag him around. That way you can use his body as a human shield.
Friendly fire only applies when you're holding an enemy in a chokehold. Otherwise, the bullets will phase right through other enemies.
They call me Coward Snake.
It doesn't actually work like that, because you'll just get shot and drop the enemy.
Use your stranglehold effectively. You can take out your enemies without making any noise.
Except for the looping grunting sound.
Just in case we had to subvert their plans, we removed the gene that allows them to hear their necks being broken. We actually removed their necks entirely and replaced it with this popsicle stick, Snake.
Take you right to the front of the nuclear weapon disposal facility. Be careful, though.
Even Campbell is sick of you screwing around, Snake. You've murdered everybody. That's just one way to not get caught. You kill everybody and there's nobody left to see you. Now the guards down there, they might have been tipped off by that huge siren and the 25-foot elevator going up the wall. I think Solid Snake was cutting his hair without a mirror, and he botched up his sideburns. That's why he's wearing a bandana in this game.
I can also tell that he botched up his eyes.
Yeah, his face has a total of about 15 pixels in this game. The title Metal Gear Solid is actually like a triple entendre. Well, one, because it's Solid Snake. Two, because it's in 3D, so all of the models are solid figures. And three, Hideo Kojima claims it's a joke at Squaresoft, because this is Square Solid. But he says that the joke never really resonated with anybody.
I can see why.